euphemism. Oh God, I can't believe you're finally doing this.
Can't believe it.
I need to take my coat off.
But it's exciting.
It is! It's well exciting.
Okay, so what are we doing?
We are Seb and Seb. We're Seb Squared.
Seb Squared.
We're Seb Squared.
We are Seb Squared.
We are Seb Squared. You're Seb?
And you're Seb.
Seb Squared.
Seb Squared.
So what's the idea behind Seb Squared? What got you into science?
What got me into science? I remember I used to ask my dad why all the time.
Yeah.
And they got to a point where he couldn't answer the reason why, and I started my own sort of like scientific journey into finding the reasons why certain things would happen. So, for example, why is it that when I was cold and I'm playing football in the morning, I'd find it a lot harder to breathe? And that's what started getting me into science.
Interesting.
What about you?
Oh man, you know, every single child is interested in space. Every single child wants to be an astronaut. And I've always been interested about space, you know, and I think it's that sort of otherworldliness sometimes about science that I absolutely adore.
Yeah.
I love that idea that there's almost like a different world out there, other to our own.
Yeah.
Different to our own.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the sort of
Yeah.
that gets me. What do you want to get out of Seb Squared? What do you want to get?
I want to inspire people to ask questions. Now, Seb, you tell me, what do you want to get out of Seb Squared?
What I want to get out of Seb Squared is to enthuse everyone about science.
Yeah.
Because one of the greatest crimes is the fact that there are people out there who think science is boring. And I just cannot fathom that. Because like you said, all science is asking the question why.
Yeah.
So how is there people who are interested in X, Y, Z, interested in sports, interested in music, interested in art? How are there people out there who are interested in all these different things and don't get excited asking the question why? And I think the crime is that they've had it explained to them boringly. They've had boring teachers. They've had people who've not been excited. And I'm excited about science.
Me too.
And I want to spread that excitement.
I love it. I think what you're saying, whilst you're saying it, I thought sometimes people just stop asking. They just stop asking why. Yeah. Not just because somebody explained it to them boringly, but they've got to a place where they don't know where to ask that question.
Who to ask. Yeah. Interesting. And do you want to be that person?
I want to be that person.
Yes.
Do you want to be that person?
I would love to be that person. Yes. I think getting into the nitty gritty about what we want to get out of Seb Squared. Yeah. I think science sometimes has been something that's been closed off to people. Sociologically. Yeah. I think I said that word wrong.
No, sociologically, yes.
Sociologically.
Yeah. Sounds like a word.
Economically. Yeah. Shall we? I don't know. Culturally.
Possibly
culturally.
Yeah.
But even that barrier, I want to make science accessible to people. Yeah. In any which way that we can. And I want to bring science out there, and because science is important. Yeah. Every single job out there has got something scientific about it. Every single thing in your life has got something scientific about it. And we need to open that up to people. Because as well, it's getting a diversity of opinions, of thoughts. Science is benefited by having a diversity of thoughts brought into it.
I think it draws back to what you were saying earlier, or the question. You asked me what got me into science. And for me, it was the sport aspect of science. For you, it's space and you know, the fact that there could be another world outside of the world that we live in. And the fact that science is so diverse allows science to have a place for everyone. Everyone can have a place in science and they can find themselves. And you said, you know, there's science in everything that we do. And so if there's science in everything that we do, in the things that we're interested in, there is a place for everyone in science. And I think that's going to be part of our mission.
What an insightful thing to say.
Yeah, love it.
Who are you, Seb?
So I am Seb, as we said earlier. And
do you want to know who I am?
Who are you?
I'm also Seb.
We are, well, what do you do?
I'm a science teacher. And what do you do?
I'm a science teacher.
We're both science teachers.
Both
but-
I think part of what I do has influenced my desire to want to do this, because I see it every day. What you're describing, I see every day. How about you?
I mean, I've sometimes felt it. There's sometimes as a teacher where you've got to do a lesson about a certain thing, or you've got to, and in fact, sometimes you do find this at the end of the day, what you're trying to get students to as a teacher is you're trying to sort of, I don't know what it's like around the world, but especially in the UK, you're sort of, what's the coaching?
Yeah.
You're coaching your students to get a GCSE grade. You're coaching them for an exam.
Yeah.
And there's some times where I felt that pressure, that these kids have got an exam in 3 weeks. Forget about the love of science, forget about the passion, forget about the enthusiasm. We've just got to knuckle down and learn.
Yeah.
And that's not fun. So I want to give people not an outlet. I want to give people a place where we can be passionate about science and we can enthuse about science. And I want to bring that.
Yeah.
Because I try to bring that in my science classes, but I want to bring it outside of the science.
Yeah, I agree. I think what you say, so it just like really hits home for me, because I felt the same pressures. I've had the same sort of restraints at work. And it also, as much as I want to do this for you all watching, I also want to do it for me.
Yeah.
To keep my passion for science, going. And
that really resonates.
Yeah, like.
I want to do it for myself.
Yeah.
I love science, goddammit. And you're going to know about it.
And I love science too. You're just here for the ride.
I think that's a good place to end. I think that's a really good place to end.
Yeah, it's good for sure.
Done it?
Love it.
Come on.
Bosh.
Bosh.